To say it simply, Jordan is one of the most exotic countries I have ever visited. The country is filled with so much history, culture, and natural beauty that feels truly like another planet. Jordan sits in the heart of the Middle East with a population of 10 million people. Inside Jordan, you can find places like the ancient Petra, Martian-like landscapes known as Wadi Rum, and of course the Dead Sea. But what truly sets Jordan apart is the warmth and hospitality of its people, mixed with the rich traditions that makes every visit one you'll never forget. In today's video, we will be sharing with you the 15 best things you can do in Jordan, and they are not in any specific order from best to worst, so make sure you stick around until the end so you don't miss out on any of these amazing things to do in Jordan. Let's jump right in. Number 1 on the list is to take a trip to the Dead Sea.
You are now in the lowest point on the earth.
Oh, lowest point on the earth. This is one of the most exotic places you may have ever experienced.
Do not jump or dive into the Dead Sea. Enter until you can squat, then lie back gently. Do not immerse your head. Ooh, it's squishy. Whoa, bro, feel the texture on that.
Oh my god.
All right, so we're just gonna...
Swimming in a heavily concentrated salt sea is so different than a normal swimming pool, and you will find that out quickly with how effortlessly easy it is to float without moving a muscle in your body. And this is due to an extreme concentration of salt.
I'm not moving a single muscle in my body. And normally you would just sink and hit the ground. But I'm just floating. I'm almost on top of the water.
But aside from that, the Dead Sea has therapeutic properties that people from all over the world come to experience. Covering yourself in mud and then floating is actually a wellness ritual that is like a natural spa, and it was for sure one of my favorite things I did while in Jordan.
Basically out here in the area by the Dead Sea, it's just kind of resorts. It's not a city like Amman, so you can't just call Uber. You can't easily get a taxi. Now we know next time, if you're coming out here, I'd honestly recommend to rent a car.
Number 2 on the list is to make a stop over at Point de Vue.
It almost looks like snow when you're first walking up to it. But I'll tell you guys that it's definitely not snow. Look at that. These are just chunks. Chunks of salt. It's a full block of salt. That's certainly salt, guys. Whoa, look at this. What in the heck? There are a lot of flies here. If you just watch closely, that's the only obnoxious part right now. Basically, when your feet get wet with the salt, and then along with this dirt too, it mixes in and it makes it a bit muddy. And when you're trying to climb up a steep incline, basically my foot just slides right out. Harry's got the right idea. He's got the shoes on. Smart lad.
This viewpoint is along the coastline of the Dead Sea, and the drive there is an experience in itself.
The later hours of the afternoon, it's crazy because it's only like maybe around 3 p.m. but it feels like it's like 5 just with how early it gets dark at this time of the year.
Point de Vue is a great place to visit in the afternoon towards sunset time, as the landscapes look the most beautiful at that time with the golden glow. Number 3 on the list is to see the King Abdullah Mosque, situated in Amman.
And then on the other end of the road, we have a pretty large church or monastery. That's cool that they have both of them right next to each other.
So you want to visit the mosque, yeah?
Yes, please.
But you need to wear something because you wear shorts. You can go like this now.
What do I have to wear?
It's called abaya.
Oh, nice.
To cover you.
Okay. Actually, I want to wear one too.
Okay, you can.
Perfect.
The King Abdullah Mosque is an iconic place of worship and a landmark for the city, which speaks to Jordan's cultural and religious heritage.
Such mind-blowing architecture. Every single part of this entire place has so much detail.
This huge mosque displays Jordanian tradition mixed in with modern architecture, and the prominent blue dome captures your attention wherever you are in the city.
You can see the shape of it just right above the bridge there, and you have the iconic blue architecture that just pops out.
Number 4 on the list is to visit the Amman Citadel.
You can use the Jordan Pass, and that actually gets you your entrance covered when you walk in. So otherwise you pay, I think, about 3 Jordanian dinar, and if you're a Jordanian resident, you pay about 25 cents, so it's not too bad.
The Citadel sits up on a hill overlooking much of Amman, making it the place you want to spend your evening during sunset. The archaeological site offers a historical journey back in in time and is home to ancient ruins, which tells the story of centuries gone by. The panoramic views of Amman from up here are a splendid sight, and it's the best time to be up there during prayer call. You'll be able to see the birds flying by, the beautiful sunset, and a very peaceful evening in Amman.
Oh, that was an amazing quick little 30-45 minutes up here at the Citadel, guys, at sunset. Really an amazing time to come up here because the prayer calls, the peacefulness of seeing the city start to change from the busyness of the day to the calm and peacefulness of the night as the lights slowly come on one by one, and you can just start to see the silhouettes of this place up here at the top of the mountain. But now we're cruising towards Rainbow Street. If you guys saw in the last video, we went there, we kind of like walked through there during the day. Basically flowers and light fixtures running across, leading to a shisha bar on this side, a modern cafe on the other side. So that was the flowers we just walked past. Over here we have baskets hanging down. We'll take you guys here at night because apparently that's when it's most alive. You've got a bunch of like food stands down there. But there's those beautiful lights that I keep raving about. And now you can see them kind of lit up at night. We've got all types of shops here, like fancy, super lit up bars right on this road.
Located in the heart of Amman, this street is a bustling hub of artistic and cultural activity from Jordanian locals.
Phone stores to a supermarket. You can get your booze here too if you need. And you even have souvenir shops all in a small little area here. So
you can also find so many different food options, whether you're interested in international or local. There is something for everybody's taste buds. Number 6 on the list is to explore Jerash Ruins.
This one, I think it's 10 Jordanian dollars to get in. You don't have to pay the entrance because you already have the pass. We're already about 10 minutes in and we haven't even reached our next destination. I can see why some people call this the high season. Walking around this area in 55 degrees like during the summer months, that would be brutal.
Whether or not you were into history and the ancient world, this archaeological site will have anyone immersed in their imagination of what life was once like here.
How old is this?
2,000
years old.
Inside Jerash, you step back in time to the Roman era, from ancient streets and theaters to the magnificent temples.
When you make some noise and it echoes in here? Yes. The acoustics, yeah? Are you gonna do the demonstration for us?
Say hi.
Hello! Oh, wow. Let's hear it again.
Hello!
Yeah. So you just imagine like, oh my, wow, you can actually do it. Hello! Your emperor has arrived! Whoa, that's so loud. Yeah. We got the show from up here. I was not expecting it to be like that when I yelled, "I am the emperor," and it echoed through here, but like, there's proof that these places are designed with such good acoustics.
Jerash stands as a place that'll take you on an incredible journey through history. Number 7 on the list is to discover Petra, also known as the Rose City, which happens to be one of the 7 wonders of the world.
And that thing is, all of these landscapes, since they have that Mars-like look to them, this is where they film a lot of movies. You have your natural look to it over there, and then you have your beautiful carvings here. We got like, it looks like a temple almost right there. Good news is if you're like us and you totally forgot to bring water with you, the place is quite commercialized. We've got shops all along the way where you can pick up some cold beverages on your way.
This place is one of my favorite 7 wonders because of how massive the area is.
We are walking into the gates of Petra. Look at how high they tower up into the air. One of the 7 wonders in this beautiful world. So this is what the whole place looks like. You got the treasury up front. You got camel rides right here if you'd like.
And one thing I should mention, if you're visiting Petra, make sure to plan the entire day and put your walking shoes on because it is such a large area.
We've already put on probably like 13,000 steps and we've only seen just a small percentage of this place. But it's actually a massive, massive set of cliffs and caves and carvings. Although it's a bit slippery, so make sure you're wearing shoes with grips. My shoes actually have absolutely no grip. They're just flat bottoms, so I'm experiencing, a slide. Whoa, we're doing some proper mountain climbing here, bro. Oh, this is full on climbing now. How many times have you climbed this? 2,000?
No, 3 times.
3 times per day. All right, not a bad place to be sipping tea. Probably my favorite place I've sipped some tea here in Jordan.
You can spend most of your day exploring so many different parts of this beautiful place. Number 8 on the list is to have tea with the local Bedouins. This will give you a one-of-a-kind experience to sit down and learn about life as a Bedouin.
Imagine like living here. You wake up every day and you honestly feel like you're on Mars. Well, for them, it just felt like they were in Jordan. But for me, I feel like on Mars, so waking up there.
Bedouin, strong like a desert, soft like a sand, move like a wind, free forever.
Cheers to that.
Cheers.
Yeah, you can see views of the stadium down there. Stunning, stunning. And then over here, oh, you gotta watch your step when you're walking over here, otherwise that tea's gonna end up on the ground.
We were able to meet the Bedouins inside of Petra after they called us over when we were walking along the cliffs. The warm hospitality from the Bedouins along with the tea rituals gave us a view into what their nomadic life was like.
The third best view in the world. Oh, let's see, here we go at the rest house.
This is a funny place because they actually call themselves the third best view. You can find it during your cruise from Petra to Wadi Rum.
We got a nice big shot. Here's where we can see the view way out here. We got Mars looking landscapes. Yeah, oh yeah, brother.
And you can also find many things like souvenirs, coffee, tea, and a bunch of other things inside of their shop. Number 10 on the list is to visit the Wadi Rum desert.
Easily one of my favorite places to be, just in nature, is just out in the desert because it's so peaceful. It probably looks, maybe from the camera, that it might be kind of warm out here, but it's really not. It's like kind of chilly. I'd say around 70 degrees Fahrenheit. So,
and it also happens to be where parts of the movie Transformers was previously filmed.
Next step is to climb up to the top of this thing, see what this arch looks like from above. Now we have made it up. Wow, it's up top from the arch. You can't see the arch now, but I can tell you can see some incredible views. Much easier to walk once you're up on top. Caught my breath for a quick second because sometimes it's a bit hard, I'm not gonna lie, to be climbing up this thing with one hand holding the GoPro, so gotta make sure I share all that with you guys. Don't worry, it's not too dangerous, but maybe on the edge, so if you're doing it, be careful with it.
This desert will have you in awe from many different land formations, and the best way to experience it is by taking a Jeep tour through the desert.
All right, here we go. Our man's is really going into second gear now. We're getting some solid speed, full Sendero, baby. So guys, the place we just stopped at was a really unique spot that you can see best from the drone shots because it's where two different colors of sand meet, which cause this insane contrast. Oh yeah. Now look at how orange that is. You know, there's so many landscapes that are just absolutely out of this world. And this is one of them. Whenever I go to places like this, it just inspires me to want to go to so many more because it's just like you go through this place and you're like, how many millions of years ago did this place just like have a bunch of water and like slowly eroded over millions of years, and now it just looks like this otherworldly type thing.
Cruising through the desert at high speeds in this otherworldly-like atmosphere was one of the biggest highlights of my trip to Jordan.
Oh, this is insane! We're cruising here through Mars!
Number 11 on the list is to camp inside of Wadi Rum. One of the best camping experiences I have ever had.
And these are the types of domes that we're going to be staying in. You have a couple different options. You got the big domes there, you got the smaller cabins over there, and then so you walk in and you have your like, oh, it's like a cloth. And what do we got here? A nice place to pop the curtains open, and this will be where we're waking up for sunrise. So
guys, here's what the Martian land looks like at 6 a.m.
And yeah, we have a common area where people can have some breakfast over here.
You have those tent style options, and then you have the Martian options.
Personally, for me, it's worth spending a couple extra bucks to get the Martian style tents because, I mean, geez, look at when you walk outside in the morning and you wake up with the sunrise, the cliffs are starting to light up in bright orange, and you're in one of these pods. It really doesn't get any better than that.
Waking up and seeing hot air balloons in the sky while the sun lights up these landscapes is truly such a surreal encounter. The unique rock formations and sand dunes come alive with early morning sun, creating a visual masterpiece leading into a morning cup of coffee. There truly is no better way to start your day than here in Wadi Rum.
So basically guys, to stay in a place like this during low season, it'll cost you about 300 JOD, which is roughly $400. And what it includes is 2 meals, basically dinner, which we're going to be having here in a little bit, and we'll show you. Not bad, there's no alcohol here, so we brought some undercover. And then in the morning, we'll also have breakfast. We did a Jeep tour for about 3 hours leading into sunset, had a little bedwind fire night. Now, if you're coming here in high season around the December, January timeframe, then you'll pay a little bit more. You'll pay about $600 US for 2 people to stay in one of these places.
Number 12 on the list is to check out the Cave Bar.
All right, this is the Cave Bar then, yeah? Oh, warmed up a little bit in here.
Cave Bar is one of the places you can get yourself a nice big beer, if you're into that, but it is expensive.
Ironic that the only place that sells beer is inside a historical museum.
Yeah, exactly. It's good with its taste buds. Problem is they're 10 bucks a beer, so I'm gonna end up drinking 2 or 3 of those. It'll be an expensive night.
Cave Bar is tucked within the ancient city of Petra and offers a unique venue for relaxation.
So we just changed over to this cave, guys. We got a good spot here. We got the fires going.
As you can imagine by the name, Cave Bar is carved into the rocks, which makes the atmosphere so unique compared to most places you would imagine having an ice cold brew. And once again, if you're not into that, there is also food as well as shisha or argele options.
Paying about $100 for us to have 3 pints and a solid meal along with a shisha. You know, being inside of Petra, that's kind of what you expect, $50 per person to be able to chow down. It is what it is. You know? So I can see why our guy said Cave Bar is expensive. It's going to be inside Petra.
Number 13 on the list is to visit Aqaba. Aqaba sits down in the southern part of Jordan and is located right on the Red Sea.
You got boats all in the distance, and you have the hazy mountain. The place that we're at, we paid $400 for 2 nights, split 3 ways, so 200 bucks a night. It's like 70 bucks per person per night, but you know, resort, all the amenities.
This city is different from anywhere else we have showed you so far, as it is more of a resort town. You can find yourself at a nice resort to stay at like we did and enjoy drinks, sunset, and amazing pools. You can also go and cruise around the city and see all of the amazing things Aqaba has to offer.
Seems like you can get a lot of stuff in this market, everything from like clothes and souvenirs to you got all types of food. Like, look at this, look at this. There's always sunshine in my cart. How much for this one? 10? If the spelling was correct, I'd do 10 JD, but the spelling was off, so it's a hard one. Over here, we got Joseph's Liquor Store, so you can buy booze down here pretty much anywhere. You got beer options, you got wine options, you got alcohol. So the nice part is you can get pretty much anything you need in a very small area. Like in the last, I don't know, 2 hours or so, we went from eating food to walking around a area here where all the locals are hanging out, to doing some market hunts, buying some clothes.
The best way to describe this place is more of a beach town type of feel. Number 14 on the list is to go snorkeling in the Red Sea. The Red Sea is renowned for its vibrant marine life and alive coral reefs. You can rent a boat for a decent price.
We got the captain's spot back here. We've got the glass bottoms, so we might be able to see a couple fish, couple pieces of coral down there. You can also rent like yachts if you want to spend a little bit more money. We've got a small group, so we're doing this for about 100 Jordanian dinar, which is like 140 US dollars. And over here you can see we've got some ferries, we've got some tugboats, a lot going on in this harbor. We're not actually sure who she is, but she's on the boat with us now. And as you can see on this side, we have a whole nother country, so there's a lot you can explore. We're pretty close. Look at, wow, you can almost touch the coral. How is that possible? Wow. Various sets of shades. You got dark blue, and as it gets shallower, light blue. Then you can start to see some of the coral here.
And I will tell you, locals told us after we rented a boat that we paid far too much from ours, so make sure you learn from our mistakes.
So this last part of the boat ride got a little bit dicey because we were trying to figure out the price with who we found out later was the boat owner. So we agreed on the price with him, which was the initial amount, 100 Jordanian dinar, or 140 US dollars. But the random lady that was on the boat, she was like demanding extra money from us, like an extra 20 JD. There was just like a random person that showed up on the boat that we were never told about. The girl that was on the boat was trying to tell us we needed to pay 20 more for some reason. I literally have no idea why we would pay 20 more because her boss, whoever the guy was we were on the phone with, who apparently is the boat manager, agreed on the price with us for 130. So they were trying to get us to pay 150.
But the good news is there are many different boat options and companies that can offer you a boat trip and or snorkeling, and you can even go scuba diving if you're interested in that. And last but not least, number 15 on the list is to try out Jordanian cuisine. Some of the tastiest food I have had in the Middle East has been in Jordan, as there are such a rich blend of flavors in all of the different foods that I tried. The dish known as fakhara.
I'm going to go ahead and break into the traditional Jordanian food right here. Oh yeah.
Often prepared with slow-cooked lamb and aromatic slices, is a culinary delight for those seeking authentic tastes and want the traditional experience of true Jordanian food. This is just one example, but there are so many options, and we tried out a ton of them when we were in Amman, and I loved the food in Jordan. And so that is where we're going to go ahead and end this video today, guys. I will include links to some of the things we did in the description below, as well as some other things that you can find to do in Jordan that we didn't mention in the video. So thank you guys so much for watching as always, and we will see you in the next video.